Police Quest is fascinating because, like, it's not fun. Not anymore, especially. Because the number of, like, instant endgame states that there are, because it is so thorough in how you need to, like, obey the law, it's really cool and really, really ambitious for when it came out, but man, it's not fun to play. I can't remember the guy's name now who worked with Sierra, the retired cop.
Oh, that's right,
Who's a really nice guy, just a friendly dude.
Just for everyone who was watching that, I hope you enjoyed the sweeping through the mountains.
Look at that.
The old school CG intro.
It's so much, and yet, still better old school CG than what you see at the beginning of Symphony of the Night.
Yeah? Okay, I will let you guys choose who I play as. Only caveat, I'm not being a fighter. That's it. So you can pick Magic User or Thief. And you should pick Thief, because he's the best.
I was just gonna say, Thief is the best. The best! You want that agility, dog! Ryan TTB says, can we make the loud of the music, like, a little bit louder?
Like, do you actually want it louder, or... Yeah, I can do that.
Guys, he can't just be a paladin out the gate.
No,
you have to make a paladin. Hello, everybody! It's 4 p.m. Welcome to day 4 of Joystiq Screams. We are playing an old school slice of supernatural angst called Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness, which, as subtitles go, is kind of redundant. I mean, like the shadows are, inherently dark. Let's be honest. My name is Anthony John Agnello, Joystiq Community Manager, and I am joined today by Richard Mitchell, Reviews Content Director, who is just freshly back from vacation. Hello, Richard.
Hi.
And you specifically, a few weeks ago, we were like, we're going to play a bunch of horror games in the lead up to Halloween. It was like, let's play, like, Resident Evil 2, and Silent Hill 2, and Amnesia, and you were like, Quest for Glory 4. Let's play Quest for Glory 4.
Oh, yes.
Gotta do it.
Oh, I misspelled my name. I gotta retype this. Yes, and this... You see, this is the first Quest for Glory game I ever played. Oh, wait, we gotta watch the intro. This is John Rhys-Davies, everyone, doing the narration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You awaken from nightmares of flying and falling.
Alright, I'm actually going to be quiet for just a second so I can listen to this music.
An eerie green glow. You've lost your weapons and the contents of your backpack.
God, this is awesome.
During the journey. All you have
I'm so excited about this. I can't remember what happens at the end of 3. Don't you get sucked through a portal or something?
Where are you?
Yeah.
How did you get here?
And so this is where... God, that sucks. This is where you come to. That's awful.
No, make that 5 burning questions. What city did your luggage end up in this time?
Yeah, someone was asking, Pixelator asking what game it is. This is Quest for Glory 4. I guess I should be looking around than just going exactly where I know I'm supposed to be going.
However, lying around
that is a thing. When you play games that, like, you love from way back when, you start to just fall into your routine for how you go through it. There are times that I play things like Link to the Past, and I force myself to take a different route through it.
Lethal Migraine asking why we're not playing any of the games coming out tomorrow. We've already streamed Sunset Overdrive, did we not?
We did stream Sunset Overdrive. We're not streaming one of the big releases from this week because we're doing horror games throughout the week, and there is no big horror game out tomorrow. There's Sunset Overdrive tomorrow. We could stream Freedom Wars. Freedom Wars is kind of scary. Not really.
It looks like a torch.
The premise
There
is kind
doesn't
of
appear
scary.
to be any pit.
What else is coming out
You
tomorrow?
take the talk.
Besides Sunset Overdrive?
NBA Live.
Oh, NBA Live.
And Lords of the Fallen as well. Which we
Lords of the
actually-
Fallen. Yeah, actually, Lords of the Fallen is kind of a horror game, to be perfectly honest.
The top is covered with
I'm very, very interested to see how that game comes out.
to provide
The earliest showing of it at E3 in 2013 was very, very interesting.
Strange, irregular.
I'm not good at that game either. I played it this past E3, and I literally could not make it through the first
Here and there,
encounter.
petrified human bodies seem to grow half in,
bad.
half out of the floor and wall.
You are a large cave, dimly lit by glowing lichen.
Okay, let's see. Like I said, I already know what I'm doing, and because we only have an hour, I'm not going to spend too much time looking for everything. Somewhere around here,
There's nothing in.
there's some flint. But where?
The deteriorated corpse.
Let's see.
You find nothing.
We are very curious about NBA Live.
Brief search reveals a piece of hard grey
If it will
rock
actually
that
be
you
good.
take, and some coins. 3 crowns and 13 kopecs.
I mean, I do. Like, part of me would be delighted if I turned on NBA Live 15 and they had just created something that is not like your typical sports sim in any way, shape, or form. Like, it's
You
just
mean
like,
just like Conquer's Quest, like it just turns, it comes out and it's just completely not a basketball game.
Right, exactly. Like, it's like all of a sudden you're LeBron James in a race car, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm late for my date," and it's like, you know, all of a sudden you're doing a text adventure.
LeBron James, Trouble in the Windy City.
You force the sphincter open with your dagger and pass through.
Sequel we've always wanted.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, we have someone mentioning Fauben.
You've made it into a large
Man, that Sierra
chamber.
synth sound.
Stone valves, like the one you just
this is
passed
why I
through,
enable Sound
apparently
Blaster,
block
not MIDI.
3
It
other
just sounds so
passageways.
much better.
There is
Yeah.
a huge stone altar in the center of the room.
Man, always just forcing sphincters open with a dagger, and
Oh,
that is wow. This is very suggestive.
yeah. Oh, and yeah, and there's... Look, I found a thief mark.
Those scratches on the cave floor look deliberate. They must be a thief mark.
And I don't think you can see that mark if you're one of the other classes, by the way.
That's how it works, right? That's
Rough stone altar is
something
covered
that
with dark
distinguishes
stains
Quest for
as of
Glory
blood
very
long
much
since dried
from
to powder.
other point-and-click adventures. It's all of like the very real, deep,
Sensation whenever you
sort of
pass through.
unspoken RPG elements.
Mm-hmm.
When we were picking out a character class, some folks were yelling out for you to be a paladin, but you can't just be a paladin. Like,
Right.
you gotta earn it.
And I think... Actually, here, we're going to have some fun here. Like I said, because I know what happens. Let's save my game real quick. We're going to call it Halloween. Yeah, Limey Slimes says, "Man, nothing good starts by forcing open a sphincter."
A deep pit filled
I mean, with a knife.
The rope
You gotta,
bridge spans
the knife
narrow
part is,
stretch of the
that's the rough part.
There's a funny
You
looking
can see
cave
the
down
entrance
here.
to a large cave at the bottom of the pit. You catch an
On
occasional
Cirrus
glimpse of
654,
a
note there is a
solid,
free
tentacled
Quest for
monster
Glory type
just
game on
inside the
Steam
cave.
that came out the other day called Heroine's Quest.
Interesting.
It's Heroine's Quest with an E, not, it's not about smack.
Let's see. Take the rope.
A rope might be useful, but it's firmly
take the rope.
attached on both ends. You think about cutting it loose, but then decide that you may have to come back this way again.
My question. I'm gonna walk over to the edge.
Whoa! The ground is really slippery around here. There
Ooh,
seems to be a layer of
slippery
slime
ground.
all over it.
Now, is it...
Yes! I'm just letting everyone show me get killed. The tentacle is faster than the eye. It's strong, too, as you are unceremoniously yanked to the horror and then probably torn apart. There's a torn missing there.
Look at that tentacle just go.
That's when this is one of the great things about the older adventure games is that you could get killed all the time.
In an instant.
Yeah.
Like, just in a second.
You cautiously test the rope before crossing.
And this game changes pretty dramatically depending on what character class you are. I think the hero
You
maybe
just
just
barely
jumps
made it
across
the pit.
or can.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, are you not able to cross this because you're a thief?
And like as a magician, you have this complicated thing you have to do where you find a piece of cloth at the beginning, and you can levitate, but that only makes you go up and down.
Hmm.
So you have to hold up this cloth
Slip
as you
them out of the
levitate
cave,
so that the breeze
just
in the
in
cave
time
will
to
push you
avoid being
across the
crushed
chasm
by its
like a sail.
closing jaws.
Cool. I like that. That's great. Yeah, I have not played like magic user in any of the Quest for Glory games. I've always either done fighter or thief.
Well, see, I'm a thief, but I gave myself magic points. But when you do that, it forces you to give him like all 100 of your points, because you start with 0 magic. So like, I can't really beef up.
But I have to
anything
get home quickly. It is so dangerous out at night in Moldavia. The town is due north of here. Be careful.
Was that in the game?
Bad things wandering around. Good luck.
Because I'm very confused.
My
Who is this
name
jaunty lass?
Katrina.
This is
I hope you make the
Katrina.
game sometime.
Vamp Shep, says
Farewell.
Capuchin.
Accurate.
And this was also
This
back
suit
when
looks
CD-ROM
like a
games were
six-armed starfish, or perhaps like the
relatively
tentacles of an
new.
octopus.
This is like
Yeah.
You sense
94,
a
95
feeling
when
of
this came out.
strange, chaotic power.
And like to see these characters actually talking to you was incredible at the time.
That was wild.
The six-pointed symbol seems to pulse with energy.
Yeah,
becomes loose in your
PC
hand when you
games
touch
at that time,
You have the
like especially audio started becoming more and more common, they seemed
Store
otherworldly.
it in your
Yes.
pack.
Oh man, like the Seventh Guest, which I've played since it came out on iOS, isn't really. It's not a fantastic game, and it
Yeah.
doesn't look great, and it's cheesy. But when I was a kid, it scared the crap out of me. That
This
game.
tall standing stone has been carved. So the
It's because
top
it's
looks
scary.
like a
It's
squid.
very surreal, even now.
Okay, so I've got a very large, very phallic stone. Lots of
The
sticky
upper
green
ledge
goo.
looks somewhat less slippery than the other path. The upper ledge looks
Why am I covered with goo?
My drippings with goo.
The path is dripping with slimy goo. You're having a hard time maintaining your footing on it.
I think when this came out, John Rhys Davies, I don't know if I knew him best from Indiana Jones or from Sliders. But I remember playing this game and like, oh, that's that guy. from
It's
Indiana
Sala.
Jones.
All that Sala.
And there's a lot of darkness, like dark, Lovecraftian kind of stuff in this game before I knew what Lovecraftian was. And
The Dark One sign does look a little
when I was
like
a
the
kid,
top
like,
of the standing
it's like,
stone.
oh, this is like evil. I
So you
shouldn't be
try
playing.
touching the sign to the stone. You feel
Which
a
is the
resonance
best. That
between
means
them.
it's really
This
good.
happens.
When you feel like you're getting away with something.
That didn't do anything useful.
So you have not played 5 at all,
I
right?
haven't touched it. I've heard bad things about it. So what is this bonsai tree
A
doing here,
delicately
huh?
crafted bonsai bush looks totally out of place in a...
Who knows? All I know is I'm gonna zap it with magic.
Faux
That loosened
Ben,
up
so
the
how
rock
is it to
somewhat.
suddenly and arbitrarily die in this compared to in King's Quest? It depends on which King's Quest you mean, Faux Ben. Because, and I can't speak for the rest of Quest for Glory 4, but 1, 2, and 3 were pretty adept at telegraphing where danger might be lurking.
Uh-huh.
Like, if you saw, like, a cave around a sharp corner, there is going to be, like, an ice troll or something in there who will come out and bonk you on the dome. Whereas, you know, King's Quest 4 which is a relatively great game, is like, oh, you're in a whale and you didn't bring a feather. That means you die in here.
Oh, well, here's a good example. Look where we are in the swamp with hands coming out of it. That's just for no particular reason. Oh, guys, I haven't even turned the detail on this game all the way up. There we go. Get their sub HD graphics.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save my game again for no particular reason. Look at this swamp.
The decayed remains of a human arm claw at you as if to drag you down to share its
Walk
doom.
into the zombie mud. Zombie mud is a real problem that you got to worry about.
It is. And this is another fun thing. Because I am a thief, I have the ability to somersault in the air. So I can actually jump from little
Either that
grass
hillock
pile to
is too
grass
far
pile.
away.
Or hillock, whatever they call these. Which prevents me from getting killed. Am I not allowed to walk into the... Oh, I'm too good. It won't let me...
Oh yeah.
It won't let me get murdered.
I'm sure if you were a fighter, you could get murdered really easily
Either that hillock is...
by those hands.
Either
You're too agile.
I've actually done this. I did this the other day. Oh wait, maybe I have to touch it. No, come on. Oh, there we go.
Get in that zombie mud.
As you find yourself sucked into the thick muck, you realize that you're never going to be able to...
Oh, what's that bubbling at my feet? Oh, I think it's just my reflection.
You are so exhausted that everything you do hurts.
Oh, there's a
Gotta get
nice
some
RPG element. My health is going down because I'm exhausted. Ah, I just exhausted myself to death. Okay. Wow. Let's try this again.
It doesn't...
A forgettable username has been noting that
As you
they've
find
been
yourself...
missing from a few of our streams for a few
You are
weeks.
so exhausted.
But the love of Quest for Glory brought him back.
And I swear one of these things can... You know what it probably is? Is that...
It doesn't...
Maybe they can't drag me down yet.
Oh, why
That
not?
would be your final...
Oh,
Oh! Got to hand it to you. You walked into an alarming situation.
heyo!
Bet you risked you hadn't done that. Very good. I like that when you click on the hand, by the way, it says that would be your final handshake. Lots of great writing in this. And Katrina, you may recall, told me that the town was straight north, so that's what I'm doing.
I like that, like, the dank swamp at night is, like, one screen away from a lovely daytime forest glade.
Wait, did she say north or did she say south? Did I just go the wrong way? I feel like I should have seen the town by now.
Yeah, it's... Did you just have to repeat a screen, too?
It can be hard to tell sometimes. Oh man, which way did she say to go? North. No, she said north. Okay. Well, I went north.
To send all, do you guys already have a lineup all set this week for Halloween games? We have a tentative lineup that is malleable. Right now, the plan is to, tomorrow, stream Resident Evil 2.
Oh, there we go.
Which, it's Resident Evil 2. Who doesn't love Resident Evil 2?
Never played it.
Oh man, it's so good! You got to be on that one.
It's one of those
last.
games that, like, when I got my Vita, I was like, oh, finally I can play all these PS1 games I missed out on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Two is great. I mean, I can understand still, like, the Saturn owner's bitterness from 1998.
Here's a really good, some good Sound Blaster music here too.
Ooh, Shadow of the Comet or Prisoner of Ice. Good picks. Yeah, the plan was Resident Evil 2, Yodel, the N64 version, right? Yes, absolutely. I want that compressed audio. No, we're gonna play the Game.com version.
I am the Burgomeister. It is my job to know everyone and everything.
And then Wednesday is actually a blank spot. We did want to do Clive Barker's Undying, but it looks like that might not happen anymore. We're going to
town, I wonder.
This is the town of Mordavia.
Oh, Mordavia.
There is an inn and a shop down the street where you can spend the night or get some supplies and be on your way.
I like the
The
Burgomeister
sooner
in
you
this town
leave,
is
the
just waiting
better
for you to
for
leave.
all. There are many dangers in
Get out of here.
Mordavia, and we certainly do not need a stranger to stir up new troubles.
I love this guy's vest. Also, I like that he's wearing just a rope as a belt.
The Hotel Mordavia has rooms and food. It is a safe place to spend.
Single and loving it. System Shock 2 is not a bad idea. That's a slow
The
starter.
shop does not carry
Hard to
much.
get anywhere
We
in an
have
hour.
been cut
System
off from
Shock 2.
supplies for a while now. Still, you may at least
On
visit-
Friday, hopefully, we're
There
going
are
to make
many
somebody who has
strange
never
and
played
dangerous
Amnesia
creatures
before
that
play
live in
Amnesia.
Mordavia.
Oh, man.
Trust nothing. The gates of this town are closed.
I'd be like tempted to just make Ludwig do it. I think he's played a little bit of it, but he said it was too scary for him.
Well, that's the goal. I want Ludwig or Zap to do
remain
it.
sane enough
Uh,
to speak of it.
because both of them
Just leave
frighten
Mordavia
easily.
quickly. No good comes from outsiders, and
Okay. This guy does not like me. But just look at, by the way, look at just the way that the cursors animate when you move them in this game. Like, you've got this vampire mouth that opens, and that's your talk icon.
Yeah.
You've got the little feet that walk when you move them. You've got the eyeball that looks around. Very cool. The little hand that
This
twiddles its
severed-
fingers.
Severed hand. I love, yeah, God, the attention to detail is so cool. And I like the fact that,
Sanitarium. That is an interesting adventure game. I never finished it, but I don't think it holds up as well as Quest for Glory does.
This general store is cheery and
forgettable
well-lit.
username. You should find a
Thanks
way
to
to
the
stream
warm heart.
Dementium the
The
Ward
first
on
thing that you
DS.
notice are the cats. They seem to be
I feel
everywhere.
like didn't
Then you see the
Dementium
shopkeeper
2 come
sitting
out on
her rocking
PC?
chair as
It
she
did
walks.
just recently,
Very
actually.
Yeah.
Well,
I did not.
She's a very well
So,
sturdy-looking
you're
woman.
the stranger in town. I heard all about you already.
That's too many cats.
Let's see.
Oh my,
Yes.
what strong hands you have.
Oh.
Let me feel your muscles.
Yeah, I
On
use the
second thought,
I use
you
the touch
realize
icon instead
you
of the
really
talk
don't
icon,
want to do
and
much
she
touching
really
of
enjoyed
this
that.
woman, or vice versa.
Maybe I could pet her kitty.
It doesn't bite.
Come on, this is a family show, Richard.
Talk to this lady. What is your name, shopkeep?
If you must know, my name is Olga Stovich.
Olga
What's your
Stovich.
name, stranger? And what are you doing in Mordavia?
You tell her a few things.
Oh, professional hero, huh?
Oh yeah,
Easy
that's
to say,
another
hard
great
to
thing about the
do.
Quest for Glory
We'll
games is
see.
that basically your role is that you were just a professional hero. Like, that's it. It's like-
Yeah, that's what you do.
You just show up and it's like, I'm a hero. You're like,
Yeah,
you need
my
any
husband
heroing
and
done?
myself
Like,
had run the shop for many, many years. My husband has
But, like,
passed on
it's
now,
worked
but
out.
I keep
He's
it
been
just
very
the way he likes it.
successful.
A well-run shop is a busy not very busy anymore. What with this?
Enough already.
But I try to keep it going.
Yeah, that's not a very kind way to say goodbye to somebody.
no.
It's very, very impatient.
I don't remember, like, what is important that you absolutely have to have.
Yeah.
Like the items you have to buy. I remember playing this game for just hours at a time, just like running around, having no idea where I was supposed to go. And then I played through it again a couple years ago, after it came out on GOG, and just like instantly, like it took me six-ish hours or something like that.
Boris used to say, "May the winds blow fair at your."
Yeah, and the shopkeeper always dismisses you or always gives you some saying that her dead husband used to say.
Now, I know that there is a way on in Quest for Glory 1 and 2, I know that there's a way to start with, like, insanely enhanced stats. Like, you can jack up almost everything. If you, I can't remember how, though. I think you have to enter your name a certain way, or...
Yeah, I think that's right.
And then it makes everything else after that easy when you do the character import to carry over.
Well, one thing, I'll tell you one thing, if you just want to play one game in the series, like Quest for Glory 4 is my favorite, you actually can take your save file after finishing it and restart the game and import that save file.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Like, that's how I became a paladin for the first time.
Thank you for your payment.
Ludwig, we're not streaming Goosebumps Escape from Horrorland.
You don't have any rations.
Oh, look,
Yes.
it's in
Get
here.
some food soon.
Oh, am I hungry? I think my guy just said he was hungry.
We'll stream. You know what we'll stream. Oh God, is it actually just called The Grudge? That horrible Wii game based on the Japanese horror movie?
It's sausage
that's
and
right,
peppers fried with garlic.
Or it's either The Grudge or Ju-on.
Yes, no, it was Ju-on.
It is Ju-on.
Well, which is The Grudge. But
Which is The Grudge.
I think the Wii game was called Ju-on, though. Wait, no, eat your food. Where are you going?
That didn't do.
Actually, you know what? We
Now the
did
table's
do
helping to
Fatal
keep you
Frame 4 for some weird Wii horror, but there is actually, like, it's kind of janky, but it's also kind of cool. There is a horror game called Cursed Mountain for Wii.
Yeah.
An
That is,
anti-gravity machine.
you know, it's not great. It's notable,
In the
though.
hotel
It's
mo-
notably weird.
It's an anti-gravity.
Okay, I guess I already ate my food. So I'm going to talk to these villagers just so you guys can see their lovely models.
Or visages.
And then it's time to sneak into the scary church. How's it going?
I am Hans. Pleasure's all yours. I'm a farmer of
Yeah, forgettable
pumpkins and corn
username.
and a
Cursed
person
Mountain
of grain
is
and
pretty
pork.
good. I mean, it's
Lovely
janky.
Moldavia.
You gotta get
Listen,
past a
I'm
lot of.
telling you, Igor's death must be
God, those
avenged.
faces are so good.
Pleased to
There's,
meet you.
you
I'm
gotta get past a
Ivan,
lot
elephant
of
herder.
little problems
Fortunately,
that mount
there
up
are no more
in
elephants in
Cursed
Mordavia,
Mountain.
so
But like,
business is
Best
kind of
dialogue.
falling off.
I'm an
a
elephant
tad.
herder. Unfortunately, there are no more elephants in Mordavia, so business is falling off. Okay, I'm gonna go because we only have so much time. I'm gonna sneak into the spooky monastery. I'm sure I'm doing everything out of order. This is like a very traditional, old school adventure game, by the way. Like you have like points. Like so, every time you find something or you do something significant to the story,
you
you
had a-
get like X number of points.
and that determines what ending you
I
get,
believe
right?
That's correct. Yeah.
As you enter the northern part of the town, you hear the sound of a chisel chipping away at a stone block. A man is carving gravestones at one end of
It's
the street.
crazy to me,
Your attention
how,
quickly moves from the stone carver to
like,
the ominous
viciously
Gothic building in the
difficult
center
these
of the
games
street.
were.
There is
Because the
definitely
expectation
something not right
was,
about this structure.
like, of course you're gonna die repeatedly in these grisly, funny ways in Quest for Glory, because you're gonna be playing it for, like, you weren't expected to be playing it for weeks, you were expected to be playing this for a year.
A
Like,
gravedigger
like,
or an Elvis impersonator.
And here's the guy. This guy's my Twitter icon this month.
Igor.
or an Elvis
Just
impersonator.
Building was Adventurers Guild. No adventurers, no guild. How
Something
now?
Linux has
This
called the
more
hint
part of
hotline. Yeah!
What? And there's actually
Oh,
a
this day job.
real
also work graveyard
great
shifts.
thing that happens in this
Little
game. That's
graveyard
like
humor
it's
there.
not a throwback because it would actually happened at the time, but it had a very old school form of copy protection, which was you had to look up something in the instruction manual.
Right. Wait,
Igor
was there a
dig
code
graves in
wheel
cemetery. Igor
for Quest for
put dead
Glory?
person
Not for
in
this one.
grave.
It was-
Igor cover dead person with
There's
dirt.
like a
Igor
secret
put
formula that
headstone
you
on
have to
grave.
look
Oh,
up
plenty
for
of
this
job
mad
security around
scientist.
here. Business is piling
And
up.
You'd have to find it
Little
on a
graveyard humor
specific
there.
page of the manual.
Again.
Oh, that's so cool. Wow. Sir Flurry 12, I did not know that. That is so cool. If you mailed Sierra a question, they would respond with a letter.
Wow.
Oh, plenty job security around.
That's the height of technology right there. Ask about grave digging.
Got humor there.
Plenty of job security around here. Business is piling up. Little graveyard humor there.
Bad building. No go there. Bad, bad, bad.
Alright, he's just informed me that this very spooky monastery is a bad building.
This is a bas-relief of a strange creature.
God, that
It
would be a
looks like
hell of
an
a Halloween
octopus with
costume,
only
that
6
gravedigger.
tentacles. You have a creepy feeling as if it is looking...
I mean, uncomfortable. Like, you'd get tired of holding that pose.
I'm just gonna save my game for no particular reason.
Yeah, because you know to compulsively save your game.
You approach the hectopus to touch it.
Oh, the octopus with only 6 arms. Called the hectopus.
You approach the hectopus. You approach...
Okay, I can't seem to touch the hectopus. Let's go knock on the door.
Oh, wow.
Bad place.
Forgettable username. The only
Bad
letter
place.
I ever
Go
wrote to a
away.
game
Very
designer
sorry.
was to Christy Marks, the writer-designer of Conquests of the Longbow, the Robin Hood game. That was a really cool one. And, yeah, that's awesome. The Robin Hood game was cool. That one and, God, I think it's Conquest of
Nobody ever
Camelot.
listened to Igor.
I just let this octopus kill me. The hectopus has had the munchies ever since it got stoned. Fortunately for it, but not for you, it occasionally gets those delivered right to the front door.
Oh, no.
This door. That's okay. There's a couple different ways you can get in this building.
I really wanted to see it, like, lift you up into its mouth.
Let me make sure I didn't just screw up. Because I actually think it's possible that I just jumped the gun on that by clicking something. Yes, Igor says, no, don't
Bad
go!
place.
This time I'll pick the lock. No, it won't. Yeah, that's about all it shows you. But let's see. I think... As long as I've got
The
this...
hectopus seems somehow calmer as you present the Dark One sign to it.
Bad place. Very bad place. Go away. You be.
I will not be sorry. I know what I'm doing, Igor.
You push the Dark One sign into the indentation on the door. It fits.
Now this place freaked me out when I was a kid. Music freaked me out. Everything.
This amazingly lifelike sculpture looks like a cross between a baby troll and a hermit or dervish. It fits the description of a domovoi.
Yeah,
except
God.
that it's totally
It
dried
creates a lot of atmosphere with not that much.
It just shows you how great, hand-drawn stuff can be. Oh, I remember this little guy.
It's a 6-tentacled, octopus-like creature. I guess you'd call it a hexapod. Unless like cats, then you might call it a hexapus.
Six-tentacled octopus-like creature. I guess you'd call it a hexapod, unless they like cats, in which case you'd call it a hexapus. Okay. Again, just gonna save my game for no particular reason. Because this fireplace.
There are
looks
some small
suspicious.
scratches on the stone underneath this brass log holder.
Oops. Just clicked outside of my game window. There we go. Let's see what happens. If I touch this. Ooh, that thing looks unhappy.
That's funny. The strange 6-tentacled creature is moving. It looked like another wall decoration at first.
Something mimic Dad Jokes, the game. One of the best dad joke simulators for this generation, says Steve's dad.
Holy hungry hexapod. Hexter Hexapod had a hunch that hapless hero was his lunch. since you brought no better fare, he chose to eat you then and there.
Hexapods are not kind.
No.
Do you remember how to get rid of Hector Hexapod?
You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door.
Do you have the requisite items for getting rid?
You gotta feed him something.
You gotta feed him.
By the way, for those of you who are like scared off by adventure games,
Still you remain.
this game does not use this game does not use like LucasArts adventure game logic.
Right.
You know, there's no like rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. It's like usually the solutions actually make sense.
It's not, oh, I need to go and like, what am I gonna do?
It's not a big elaborate excuse to make a pun.
Yeah. You don't suddenly have to magically know, like, oh, I brought a old toothbrush, and that's what's gonna get rid of Hector Hexapod.
Oh, I don't have enough money to buy one thing of garlic. Wow. Let's see, how do I make money in this game?
Don't you have to, like, do something for the town?
I think that's right.
That's how you do it in the first one. Oh, Jay Hummin says you can kill Hector Hexapod.
Oh, well,
you're
the daggers, I think.
Yeah.
Does she sell daggers? I don't think no, she doesn't.
That.
Oh wait, if I can get into the. Yes. Well, you are a thief, says Senior Flurry 12. Yes, I know. I am a thief. That's true. Why don't I just steal some money? Listen to that door.
It's completely. The door is
Oh,
locked.
Capuchin, throw rocks. You can just throw rocks all the time, right? Or is that just in earlier versions of Quest for Glory?
Oh, I bought a clove of garlic.
Oh.
Never mind. I guess I just couldn't buy two.
You can get free garlic poking at the dinner plates in the hotel.
Maybe that's how I got it.
Yeah. God. Frickin' Sierra Adventures are awesome.
You push the.
So, New Sierra, does New Sierra have anything to do with Old Sierra? Like, is there any relation?
Well, I mean, they're gonna make them publish a couple, like, King's Quest kind of things,
right,
I think.
but
it's basically just Activision's indie label.
that's what it is? Alright. So it's not like they brought in anyone of ye old school.
Right, it's like...
Hector the Hexapod happily gorges itself.
Oh, he likes
in
the
dark.
garlic.
Hector looks much less hungry.
Oh, Hector.
Perhaps a little less dangerous now.
That's right, there's a lot of places where you can just pick up rocks.
Yeah.
Like if you just use your hand on dirt.
Because that's how you can
Oh,
you can game
There is a
Quest
cool
for Glory
feeling
1
down here that chills
and
your
boost
bones
up your
and
strength
sets the
stat
hairs
by
on
just
the
like
edge of your
throwing
neck.
rocks repeatedly
Yeah,
over and over
you can do
again.
that in this game
Odor
too.
of mold and mildew mingling with the sickeningly sweet smell of decaying flesh.
Oh man.
Welcome to your nightmare.
John Rhys Davies, I love you. You and I can be friends. Yeah, you can also like in the Thieves Guild, like you'll find
The barrel is now.
like grappling hook, and you can just like climb up and down the rope over and over and over again. to
It
increase your
doesn't
strength.
Yeah.
The roll-top desk is spotted with.
Yeah, forgettable username. I know about the Geometry Wars 3 that they're making because Blue Line Studios, the guys that are making, or no, not Blue Line Studios. God, now I can't think of their name. Is it Lucid Games? Lucid Games, making Geometry Wars 3, actually came by and streamed with us on Thursday.
So Anthony as someone who's never played as a magic user, since I have a couple spells. Actually, I'm not sure what they all are. Zap, Flame Dart, Force Bolt, and Detect Magic, which is a very useful spell.
Do that in here.
This place practically vibrates with dark magic.
I don't like the look of that
You get a
tentacled
momentary
man.
vision of nameless rites and unspeakable rituals before the spell cuts off. Any individual magical impressions
God, I
are
would
lost among the
kill a
overall
man
dark magical.
to have all of these Sierra games on my Vita. Like,
A couple weeks ago, I went through a lot of effort to get this particular game running on my Nexus 7.
oh, nice! And it worked?
It took some doing, but it worked. Yeah, this as
The roll-top desk is spotted with dark and
Cesaro
ominous
mentions, this room is like a giant death trap.
Above the altar is the sign of the Dark One, surrounded by...
Richard, I'm sure I've told you this one before, but this was recently, like in the past year before I built my PC. I really wanted to finally play The Longest Journey. I wanted to play it, didn't have a PC, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go the distance, I'm gonna try and make my Mac run this. And so I attempted, for the first time in my life, to like make a custom skin for Wineskin to try and make, like, I bought Longest Journey from GOG, and I was like, I'm going to force this to work. And like people were like, oh yeah, just use like the emulator that comes built into the official release of The Sims 3 and change this file. And I spent like a day trying to make The Longest Journey run. And I got it.
Sorry, you're about
Oh, what
to see a very funny death. Maybe you should have judged this book by the cover.
No. Why would he be flattened? But yeah, when I finally did get it running, it would run, I got the audio, even like the CG cutscenes would appear, but the characters, like the polygonal characters, wouldn't show up. So I could, like, the game would work, but anything animated beyond the CG backgrounds just wasn't there. Which is the problem you run into when trying to make things like this work on machines that really don't want them to. I'm really impressed that you got freaking Android running this.
Oh god, wait till you see the actual death, like, text. Oh man, that's so good. I spent a long time trying to get The Longest Journey to run on my old MacBook Pro, just because it, I had to roll back my graphics drivers.
The desk is, naturally, locked.
I like the smile on the slug.
Yes, and the hero list.
The crack in the building looks like a serpent. It seems you aren't the only thing under stress down here. The walls of this...
Sporksan, I suppose. They should just let you continue as the slug.
That'd be great.
And again, as a kid, this room terrified me.
The huge
Here's the
barrel is
cask of
labeled
Amontillado.
Cask of Amontillado. This must be the fabled
Straight from
spirit
Edgar
that
Allan
provided
Poe.
most of the income and fame of the monastic order here. It is rumored to provide strange and mystical visions to those who taste freely of its contents.
Oh, wow. Cesaro, when you walk into this room as a paladin, it says something along the lines of, you feel an overwhelming sense of danger. That's awesome. That's great.
An aficionado of dragon's breath.
Oh,
Bottoms up.
there's a little callback to the original Quest for Glory. That this is the strongest stuff you've ever tasted if you're not a fan of Dragon's Breath. Cutscene.
Richard, we might have to stream Quest for Glory 5, just to know. Just to know. Oh no! Oh no!
So good.
Man, have you got a headache? Fortunately, the Dark One rising seems to have been just a vision, not the reality. Yet.
Excellent.
A scroll has formed from the cask's wine droplets.
It's like, genuinely upsetting.
You pick up the rolled paper on the floor. It has a symbol of a drop of blood at the top and the inscription, Ritual of Blood. You can't read any of the other writing.
Pepper Sandwich, we may be doing a Fantasia stream. If you are an Xbox One fan, we actually do have a bunch of Xbox One things that we're going to be streaming both this week and next. On Wednesday, we're going to be streaming the Master Chief Collection. I'm not quite sure where we'll start with Master Chief Collection. We might start with Halo 2.
I think that's probably for the best.
That's probably for the best. And then next week, we are likely going to be streaming Project Spark. And we want everybody who turns out to that stream to help us make a tiny little game inside of an hour. We'll also be hopefully giving away a bunch of games that day as well.
It doesn't.
God,
You strike a mighty hammer
so
blow
much
at the
time
glass case. It just sort of looks
trying
at you
to
through its glass eye.
figure out how to
You
reanimate
need to
this
either
little
build up
dumb
your
boy.
strength or try another approach.
See, I'm just clicking on stuff. I already know this stuff is here. There's like a statue of a raven over here.
You need to work more on your climb.
And I don't even remember what it's for. Let's see.
There's something dark.
How long is Quest for Glory 4?
Could it be?
Because that was another thing that I remembered about 3, is that it was comparatively short.
Actually, no, like, it's if you know what you're doing, it's not very long at all.
You need to work.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and practice my climbing for the next hour.
Hacks.
You retrieve the Dark One sign.
Okay, let's see. Oops. What now? I don't know how I get my first lockpick. Or maybe if I just have to wait till nighttime before it'll let me pick locks in the day.
Series 654, there's some good Indiana Jones point-and-click games. Freaking yeah, man, the Atlantis one. Spear of Atlantis, is that what it's called?
You know, I never played those. I think those are on Steam now?
They're very cool. There's one that's just a straight-up adaptation of Last Crusade. That's pretty great.
Oops, I keep clicking outside my DOS window here.
Oh,
That didn't do.
yeah. Limey Slimes, if you're looking for a nice, modern point-and-click adventure that is styled like this and is available on damn near every platform on the planet, is Gemini Rue. Gemini Rue is a cool game.
We just did a review of Golden Wake, which was apparently pretty good.
And that's the same guy, right? That's
But you don't.
Wadget Eye Games.
Luckily, nothing in.
There is a sub 10-minute run of Quest for Glory 1. That is amazing.
Okay, this is all advanced puzzle solving.
I like the bust blowing bubbles.
Yeah. This is actually a character from another Sierra game. Dr. So-and-so's Crazy Castle or something. I don't remember what it's called. But... Let's see.
Oh my god, Cirrus 654 just made me think of something. It said you can try the Broken Sword games. The Broken Sword games are pretty cool. But man, what happened to Broken Sword 5? Wasn't that supposed to be episodic?
I don't know. That's another group that I missed on.
I know Ludwig is our fearless leader. Ludwig Kitzman is very into the Broken Sword series.
Nothing.
Yeah, Broken.
Just picked up an ear of corn. Just
You haven't-
randomly. Sorry. Had to mention it.
Get that corn.
Hey, birdie.
The hungry hunting hawk alertly searches for signs of game. Not
I need some
the
rocks.
stream. The stream.
Give me rocks.
You grab a.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit this bird with a rock. Because I think I can get a feather from it, if I remember correctly. Get it! Get it! I missed.
It doesn't bud.
Oh wait, I guess maybe I'll try to head over to the castle. I don't think I can get into it yet, but I can.
We've got 10 minutes for you to die spectacularly.
Well, if I could find the entrance to Baba Yaga's hut, that's one place. By the way, another great thing about Quest for Glory games, at least the first 4, is they are all filled with very real folklore and mythology.
Mm.
So if you're interested in that stuff at all, it's definitely something to check out. Like Quest for Glory 4 is all kind of like Scandinavian and
A heavy gate blocks the way to the winding
like
road.
Russian mythology.
Far in the distance, you can see a majestic castle.
Welcome to Moldavia.
Go to that zombie
It's
swamp.
nice to have some fresh blood around here. We so seldom see strangers.
Great voice. Such a great voice. Okay. I'm not going to stay here.
Goodbye.
Yeah, great folklore in King's Quest too. And originally, I think Quest for Glory, it was designed to be just 4 games. And they were supposed to match up with the seasons. if
You
I
pick a
recall
few of the
correctly.
flowers.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know five, the much loathed 5 is not. It's not even the same people, right? It's completely made by another crew.
I'm not sure, but like for example, like Quest for Glory 4 is supposed to be winter, so it's darker,
Right.
thematically and all that kind of stuff. And actually, it was 3, I think, that kind of screwed up.
Oh, really?
Like like they just sort of abandoned their order. Like they came out in the wrong order. Oop. Oh god, something's gonna come kill me. Nope! Run! Oh god. No! This used to scare the crap out of me. These jerks. Oh, I escaped it. Oh yes! You all get to see the best part of this
Hello
game.
there. Could you help
the
me?
Rusalkas.
This water is so cold, and I need someone to help warm me.
What
So-
is that thing?
I don't even remember what it's called. It's like a necrotor?
It's
Necrotor?
really
I think
gross.
Yeah. This
It is so cold here in the lake. Please, come and hold me and help me to be warm again.
this is
Oh. Oh,
this
no.
this is like 13-year-old me. We're
I am the
loving this
Rusalka.
part of this game.
Please,
Very
take my
excited.
hand and help me.
Not exactly a succubus, descend all.
Mm-hmm.
If you take my hand,
Rusalkas aren't
you'll
always
see what the
evil.
lake is like.
True. Yes, as Sirius654 astutely points
If you
out,
take my
she's
arms, I'll be
naked.
happy to talk to you about anything you like.
You can see that she is
You ask what a nice girl like her is doing
very
in a
much
place like
wanting me
this.
to take her hand.
It's so nice here in the water. Why don't you
I'll be
join
happy to
me?
show you what the lake is like. No. I am fine.
We've got 7
It
minutes,
is so cold.
so I'm gonna bookmark this and come back. Oh, in fact, let me save my game just in case I die between here and there. Yeah, forgettable username is dropping some knowledge that the Rusalka is not here just to kill you. You can actually do quite a bit more with her in the story. Especially, I think, particularly if you do speak with her as a paladin. No, we'll come back. We're coming back to the Rusalka, everybody. Don't panic about that. It's
But
gonna-
not.
You pick up a single slimy bone.
I got me a slimy bone from this skeleton. I've made it back to the swamp. Now, if I can just find... Okay, there's the swamp. just remember how to find Baba Yaga's hut. There's a pretty good death near there. Yeah, someone's pointing out the remake of 2 that you talked about, Anthony, that it's free.
Yeah.
And I believe eventually was sanctioned by Activision, right?
Yeah. I'd have to go and look up how they actually sort of like announced, like, we give our full blessing to this remake back in like 2008 or 9, I think.
Mm-hmm. And I wish I could find... Where's the Leshy? The Leshy might be here, actually. Yeah, but there's so much fun stuff in this game. There's a werewolf that's on trial, or a gypsy, I guess, who's on trial for supposedly being a werewolf. Okay, here's a strange-looking bush, which we'll take a look at that in a second. Because the Leshy might be right here. Nope. Oh, it's a killer rabbit. I'm totally gonna fight the killer rabbit, guys. That's gonna happen. So look, this game actually has a combat system.
Is the fighting better than it was in 3? That was one part of 3 that I was not a huge fan of.
It's actually not bad. I've forgotten how to do most of it, but... And then you kill the rabbit. Let's look at it.
The cute,
It's hopping so friendly.
Exactly. Little bunny has been viciously slaughtered and now looks like a roadkill.
And I think you can get...
There is absolutely nothing in the little rabbit.
There's absolutely nothing in the little rabbit's fanny pack.
But you don't need one of those.
I love when you lift your arms into the air. Yeah!
Yeah.
Take that, rabbit!
In victory, yeah. Oh, forgettable username says fighting in 3 is better.
Yeah, maybe it's just been too long.
Okay. Well, let's go find the peculiar bush again. And, was it to the left? I believe it was. Yes. Okay, let's take a look at it and hear what John Rhys Davies has to say.
There's something strange about this bush. Maybe it's the eyes. Oh, forget it. It's probably just an ordinary, everyday bush with blood-red berries and tentacle-like branches.
I wish John Rhys Davies, when the Rusalka appeared, John Rhys Davies goes, "She's naked!"
That's not a great idea.
This
the
is
bush
good.
would start with the hand you offer it. Then eat the rest of you as well.
You click on the bush, and it tells you, don't touch the bush. Like, it's just like, don't do it. This is a bad idea.
That's not a great idea. That's not a great...
Okay, I guess I'm just going to walk up to it, because he's very clearly telling me not to touch it.
I think that would be a relief in... That hurt. That really hurt.
Think of being stung by a 10-foot wasp. What if I throw some rocks at it? Oh, I don't have any rocks. We're almost out of time, but I'm going to throw rocks at it.
That's the 13-year-old boy mentality right there, Richard. Yeah, we're almost out of time. I'm going to throw some rocks at it, though.
That hurt. You think that
Take this,
you
you
strip
bush.
the berries from the loose branch.
Oh, I got some berries.
Nothing happened.
You've been bitten by a berry bush, and you're bound to be buried. Very, very sad. Okay. Oh, not the automatic save. It saved automatically right before the rabbit.
Ha!
Okay. Time for the Rusalka.
Yeah.
God, this game is so good, you guys. I love this game so much.
Hello there. Could you help?
Why, sure, I'd love to come in there with you.
How did you know I wanted to go for a little bit of a swim?
You wade out to the lake woman and take her in your
Miss,
arms.
you look like
Her
you know
skin
how to
is
have a
soft
good
but
time.
very cold. The lake spirit moans softly as he holds you.
Is there an
closer
icon for giving her
closer
flowers?
And tighter and tighter.
Oh dear.
Then pulls you down.
Oh,
into the
wow.
lake.
You quickly discover that you really don't know how to breathe water. Actually, I think I can give her these flowers. I'm gonna do that real quick before we quit. Because, as I recall, she's just surprised.
Oh, I love
Hello
that.
there. Want
some flowers?
Thank you for the beautiful flowers. No one has been so nice to me since I can remember.
I guess I shouldn't try to drown you now since you gave me flowers.
Ah!
You lean forward to kiss them.
No.
And then
My lips
if
are
you
as
try
the
to kiss
watery
her after that,
brine.
she tells
My
you not
breath
to.
is of the sea.
Really?
You should kiss these cold clay.
You decide that perhaps
And spoiler alert, this is what's really cool about this game. It's like I said, she's not just a monster, but like if you talk to her every day and you get to know her, eventually you can actually break her curse. And
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And is that like a paladin? That's a paladin maneuver.
I think
obviously.
that's a paladin thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But and apparently you can continue to get honor by giving her flowers over and over again.
Huh.
And honor is the stat you have to increase to become a paladin. But it's a really good game, and like I said, you can play through it multiple times using the same save file. You don't have to use one from Quest for Glory 3. But
Hi again.
one of my
I hope
favorite
you
games
come
of all
back.
time, guys.
It gets lonely
So
here
cool.
with no one to
So
talk
cool.
to.
Everybody, thank you for coming out for day 4 of our Halloween horror streams extravaganza. We will be back tomorrow, and we will be going into the opposite end of the horror spectrum to something a little bit more familiar. We'll be playing Resident Evil 2, the old PlayStation version, not the Dreamcast version, not the GameCube version, not the N64 version, the PlayStation. So please swing on by at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to join us for that tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, come by, we'll have another horror game for you. That's actually an open slot on our schedule, so we're going to figure out what we're going to play. But we're also going to be playing Halo Master Chief Collection on Wednesday, and we'll be playing Master Chief Collection on Thursday as well. And on Thursday, I think we're going to play Rule of Rose, because I think the world needs to see Rule of Rose. Yeah, everybody. And then Amnesia on Friday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we will... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you guys like what you saw here, you can get all 5 Quest for Glory games for $10 at GOG.com, and they're pretty good.
Seems like a steal. Seems like a steal. And I think I might need to go back in there and try 5 just to know. Everybody, please follow us here on Twitch so you will know when we're doing this action, and follow us on all of the many social networks, Twitter and Facebook and Google+. Joystiq.com has a presence at all of them. It's JOYSTIQ. And we will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.